Hello everyone, welcome. This feels so strange. I think it has literally been months, not even just a month, but months plural, since I've filmed a weekly aware. The holidays, mental health, not caring about foundation as much anymore, you know, it's been a minute since anything has really caught my eye and that I've wanted to put my time towards, until I was browsing Sephora and I saw this guy. This apparently won the Allure Best of Beauty award for 2021. This is the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Serum Foundation. It's vegan, cruelty-free, so really good there. I guess we're getting into it. It's only 22 bucks, so it's not going to break the bank, and you get the typical 1 ounce of product. If I counted correctly, there are 35 different shades of this, and the shade range actually looks decent. You know, the pale end of things might be a little sparse, but there certainly does seem to be a couple arms for the light, and then the medium light, and then the medium deeps, and also some deep shades. So decent looking shade range. It's gonna have a medium natural finish to it and just be luxuriously clean. Has skincare infused into the foundation, such as hyaluronic acid. It's also got ashwagandha, turmeric, and hyaluronic acid, like I said. Help with hydration, brighten the skin, soothe the skin. I thought, isn't ashwagandha? I don't know why I thought that was in one of my Care of vitamins for sleep. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it just says it's gonna satisfy your skincare and foundation fix at the same time. It's formulated with the things that I already told you it's formulated with, and it is a clean foundation at Sephora. It's also fragrance and silicone free and is just supposed to highlight the skin and make it look lovely. I got the shade MN1. Oh yeah, Minnesota. I know that's likely not what the MN stands for. I don't know what the M is for. The N, I'm gonna assume it's for neutral. Ooh, the M better not be for medium. I don't know why I would have ordered a medium shade. That is not like me. It's the shade Ivory Beige, technically. It's for light medium skin with neutral undertones. I don't know, you guys. I try my best. Let's take a look at this though. I think we should be good. Really lovely packaging, especially for only 22 bucks. I mean, this feels like it's glass, a frosted glass bottle. It's in a triangle shape to match the triangles. Nice. And since it's a serum, I'm gonna assume it has been a while. I didn't even read the how-to. I mean, I'm gonna assume you put it on like a foundation. Shake well before use, smooth a small amount onto clean, moisturized, primed skin. They do specify. You can use a sponge or foundation brush. If you have oily skin, use a powder. Build as desired. Okay, so you guys know me. I do not use primer on day one. For those of you who do not use primer, so you can see how the foundation performs, and just so everyone, we can see how it performs on its own. This is what we're working with for my skin. It's not looking the best, it's not looking the worst, it's just kind of okay right now. And we are going to pump some of this out. Yep, looks runny like I expect from a serum foundation. And also, just like with the no primer on day one, I do use a brush on half my face, sponge on the other half, and we see how they work. Now in the bottle, maybe it's because the glass was frosted, this was looking like it was going to be a really nice shade match for me. Now that I've got it on my skin, it's looking a little orange, but certainly not the worst I've ever seen. Looks like it's smoothing out with a brush quite nicely, blending easily. Yeah, that really did. It looks like it just kind of melted into the skin. That's nice. I don't know, like when I wipe it on, it looks quite orange, but when I'm blending it in, it looks like it's turning into my skin color. That's nice. Must be just sheer enough. Dang, I really don't feel like that sheared it out much at all. That looks nice. It just kind of melts into the skin. I'm a fan so far. I do want to try building it up. A, because it says it has buildable coverage, and B, because I've got some stuff that I would like to try to cover. So let's see how another layer does. All right. Alrighty, not bad, my friends. Wasn't able to get it full coverage. I don't think it promises that, so that's okay. You know, but really the only spot that I feel like I wasn't able to build it up on was on the zits on my forehead, especially the scab that's quite dark on my forehead. So overall, real nice. Like I said, it looks like it just melted into the skin. It is a little orange on me, but you know, I tried my darndest. I'm hoping the rest of my makeup today will make it look a little bit better, a little nicer. But yeah, as of right now, it just feels lightweight. I think it looks nice and I'm excited to test it. So I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup, get on with my day here, and then I will see you at the very end of the night for my final check-in. We can see how it wore. Chaos, mayhem, confusion. I think we're set up okay here. It's been a minute since I've filmed one of these videos. So, I'm home and I'm curious to look at my face. This has felt very comfy all night, but now that I just got home and I changed the litter box, I am sweaty. Litter is heavy, okay? A nasty chore, but anything for the fur babies. But my face. Well, ignore the mascara. That's a different experiment. The foundation, it looks a little oily, but overall, probably a pretty graceful fade. I'm really mostly noticing that it faded on my forehead blemishes, and it looks a little dry and whatnot on my nose, along with the oiliness, but like nothing too offensive. So I am happy with it so far, aside from the orangeness of it. I don't know that it oxidized at all. I just know that it's not a perfect shade match for me, but that being said, I'm going to continue testing, hope that primers and whatnot can help it. You know, concealer will obviously help with concealing things, but we'll see how it interacts with concealers, primers, all of that in the next couple of days. Thankfully for you all though, you only have to wait just a second. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. 'Tis I, and it is the end of the night here on day 3 of testing this Serum foundation. I've got mixed feelings. Let me show and tell you why. So, day 2, I went ahead and used my Smashbox Hydrating Primer, my Mercier concealer, and then a brush and a sponge once again to blend it out. And once again, I just noticed that it went on easy, it went on orange, and it layered well, and it looked quite skin-like. So like, these are all good things. They really are. I was just doing work and apartment chores and cleaning and stuff all day, and it felt lightweight, just a tiny bit greasy, just a little bit. And at the end of the night, it did look greasy as well. Not awful, but certainly there was a layer of grease to my skin. The fade, however, was much more graceful on day 2 of wear in comparison to day 1 without any primer, so that was good, and it also wiped off less than it did the previous day. So like, okay, good, we made some improvements. Now, going in on day 3 here, I went in with my usually holy grail primer, my Guerlain Beautiful Balls, but listen, not all primers react with foundations in the same way. This is why I test multiple of them in these tests, because this Guerlain primer apparently didn't work great with this foundation. Now, I wouldn't have known that initially. I thought it looked great initially. Once again, layered well, applied well, blended well, went on orange, but like looked skin-like, and I thought looked great. Probably looked the best it had out of all 3 days, I thought. However, throughout the day, just noticing it once again, it was a work and chores day, so nothing too intensive physically or anything here, but I was certainly noticing the greasy feel, and if I touched my face even a little bit, like I said, apparently this primer and this foundation do not mix well because it wipes right off. So it has felt lightweight, greasy, but lightweight, and at the end of the night here, it looks fine. All things considered, I'm not mad at it, but it certainly has wiped off, especially around my nose, and I'm sure if I did a finger swipe across my forehead, which you may or may not be viewing right now, I'm gonna assume it wipes straight off onto my finger. So like, Let's talk pros and cons, shall we? I mean, I think y'all can kind of guess what they're gonna be, but pros really do seem to be, for the most part, that this is easy to apply, blends nicely, it is very lightweight in the beginning and throughout the day, and then also it has a very nice finish to it. I think it looks quite skin-like. Greasy at the end of the night, but quite nice and skin-like. However, that does lead on into the cons because, I mean, at least this shade, I tend to assume that if one shade runs orange, the rest of them kind of follow suit. That seems to be traditional with foundation, so I could be wrong here. Hence the parentheses question mark, but this does, at least this shade, seem to run orange. And then really, I'm guessing this is just because I have really oily skin, but this does not do well with those oily greases. It just kind of compounds on top of the serum and makes you look greasy at the end of the night. And also with those oils, it does tend to wipe off and transfer. Not so much with the Smashbox primer, but definitely on day 1 and then day 3 here. That was kind of the case. Mostly day 3 here, but also kind of day 1. So like, maybe this is just really nice for dry and normal skin. I don't know that I would recommend it to my fellow oily skinned beauties. Maybe you might want to give it a try. Certainly if you're looking for a light, buildable, light medium kind of a coverage foundation, you might be drawn to this. And like I said, if you don't have oily skin, but otherwise, I would say there's better stuff out there for us oily skinned folks, but you guys should let me know. Do you have dry or normal skin? Did you think that this lived up to the Allure Best in Beauty award that it got? Am I just the odd one out here? Or do you also have oily skin and you had the same or different results as me? Please. I love hearing from you guys and cooking up a nice casserole of comments in those comments below so we can get a better view on this foundation as a whole. You know, my skin, in my opinion, is not the end all be all, so I do love hearing from you guys for that reason. You could also let me know if there are any other foundations or products you want to see me do in an upcoming future weekly wear here. I mean, if I'm interested in the product, I will certainly do a weekly wear on it. Or if you guys just are really interested. I aim to please, so let me know all of the things in those comments below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful somehow, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tap the notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!